good friend was talking to me yesterday about this syndrome that they've been identifying, that a lot of people have been going around in life with this syndrome that hasn't been recognised, hasn't ever been diagnosed before, but me and my good friends are seeing these things that should be diagnosed because they're harmful. They're taking away from our individual and collective happinesses, and that's something that's not healthy. So it should be identified and removed, especially since we know that me and my good friends are getting free of these illnesses, these things that make us unhealthy, and having so much health arise. And my good friend was telling me about this syndrome that they were saying people are going around in life in like this bubble, this force field surrounds them, that mentally they've downloaded all of these ideas and beliefs and rules for how they're going to live their life. And they were saying that within that force field, people are uncomfortable, but they've got familiar with it. So ironically, they've got comfortable with this discomfort of living within this force field. And that my good friend was saying they've downloaded these things. So many good people have downloaded these harmful patterns through their family life or through social life, or like what I've been talking about, socially transmissible diseases, that the infections pass through from other people's misunderstandings. But the big point of it was that within this force field, my good friend was saying that people are caught in this complacency where we don't give to other people, we don't look after them, we don't share as much as we could, anywhere near as much as we could. We get self-absorbed and overly self-involved with what's our situation in life, and we miss all these opportunities where we could be giving to other people. And that it's because we've been conditioned, we've been trained to think that this is the way we should be living our lives. So my good friend was saying this syndrome is something that they see that most people in our culture are living with. That people are thinking, I'm not giving money to that charity, I'm not going to care for that person. And my good friend was saying the mentality of it is that I'm not going to do that just because I don't even think about doing that. I don't even think about that being a good thing. And also because I can't afford it. People have got this I can't afford it mentality, ironically. And my good friend was telling me that they're friends with a millionaire, has multi-millions in their bank accounts, and yet they don't want to spend any of that money. They're not sharing it as much as they could, so it just sits there in a bank account collecting dust. So my good friend was identifying and pointing out that there's so much more potential there for giving to take place, but people need to break free of this syndrome. And it's a really harmful syndrome. There's a lot of poverty around the world, a lot of people who can't get access to the information they need because it's restricted. You've got to pay money for it. That's why I give out all my stuff for free, is I don't want there to be any barriers for people who want to get good education, good information, because knowledge is power. And I want you people to be empowered. I know what it feels like to be disempowered in life and how painful that is, and I don't want anybody to suffer like that. So there's a freedom from this syndrome that we can get free. And last night I was reflecting on the amazing things that my good friend was saying about this syndrome, and when I was reflecting on it, I thought, what it is it's a comfortably uncomfortable force field syndrome. And I thought, CUFS. We've been living in CUFS and we didn't even realise it. People didn't even see it because we just think it's normal. And we get anxieties, depressions, there's epidemics, there's plagues of these mental health symptoms because people are not healthy. And the truths that I've been discovering, that giving without wanting anything back, just volunteering and sharing, gets me so happy. Just doing good things, really doing it, that we can get a life, we can shake ourselves free of those shackles and liberate ourselves, free ourselves from those handcuffs and open up our hands and share, use them for giving and loving each other.